Right, so racing Tasmania versus racing Red Bull Hardline. I'm going to say versus Wales. I'm going to say your race run in Wales that's the top of the BK race one was some of the craziest I've seen you ride. That is literally like I never see you ride that charged up.
I was hyped on it, dude. Like practice was good. Practice was slick. It started off wet. Practice was slick all week, and I don't know why I've got so confident or good in the wet. And Warner texted me the night before, 2 nights before, and he was like, dude, you have got this. He's like, you hit the drop, like the top cliff drop, twice as quick as anyone. I hit that in the wet, the same speed I did in the dry, which is annoying because, in the wet, I know I've got an advantage mentally, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was like, if this thing stays wet, dude, I've got it wrapped up. Like last year, before it got cancelled, I've never been more confident for a race in my life. And I knew in the damp, I felt amazing, felt really good going into the race, but I knew as it got drier, it was one like dry line just pinned, and it's still hard line, but it does become easy, you can just pin one line.
Easier hard line,
but at the top, I was charging. If you watch it back closely, you can see I break up for 2 bits because I'd blown a clip before where the old start was, last practice run, hit it quick, a little bit too quick and blew my feet out the clips, just blew a foot out and was like, geez, I can't hit it like that in the race. And then the next bit through the first trees, I got sketchy around because I was pushing, but I was a little bit slow into those 2 bits because when you watch it, how has he lost time on these other 2? I lost a second on the top bit, but it looks like I'm going absolutely mental.
Yeah.
But I think I did ride a lot of it quicker than them, but on 2 bits, I was really slow.
Right.
On 2 vital bits, I was slow that you don't really see. But the rest of it, I was an absolute man possessed. I guess I wanted it, dude. I wanted it so, so bad. I was gutted last year when it got cancelled, and I wanted it so bad.
I love Hardline for multiple reasons, but I always notice about Hardline is you go through the lineup, and obviously there's differing levels of importance to the race or to the just as an event.
Yeah.
So you see people a lot of riders are riding it sort of semi-defensively. It's like, yes, I got down Hardline. And then at some point in that lineup, it changes. And you've got drops that people are checking up for, rolling in, making sure they're good. Then you've got people pumping down them and generating speed.
Yeah.
And the Wanfer, I think, or was it Sebastian? I can't remember.
Wanfer.
They
insane.
You started seeing the top of Hardline being treated like a pump track.
Like the chute, he's coming over the top and pressing down the chute so he can go off the net.
Insane.
So good.
What's that top section like?
It's first time you rode it, dude, you were crawling. Even as good downhillers and good at taking stuff, we were crawling over the top. But okay, am I good? Yeah. And it's crazy. Okay, it was wetter then, but how quick we were doing it in the race compared to before. It was mental. If you saw that in real life, I wish they could get the fans higher up to see that in real life, because that is... Even when I watched a few of the guys that came maybe 10th go down it, it was impressive in practice to see how quick. When you watch it, it doesn't feel that quick when you ride it. When you watch it, you're like, oh my God, they are flying down this. It's so steep. It's a cliff.
Yeah. So on a World Cup track, would that be a section that you would worry about?
Yeah, dude. Half the people would have huge crashes down at World Cups, Half the field would be lost in practice.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Because it does come across Hardline, absolutely. And particularly all of the riders' build-up footage, I think is really, really good because you actually get to see behind the scenes of an event like that is so valuable.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
But on the final thing, you don't get to see how crazy that.
No, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, and race run speed, we are.
That's cool to hear.
We're YOLOing down the top, dude.
Yeah.
I knew we had to go all in at the top.
Yeah, yeah. And then you kind of after that, by now, is it almost a bit autopilot-y?
Kind of, but then I know it's sketchy down that next, but when you do that drop and you got that left, where do you break down that straight? It's a real hard one because you could probably YOLO that left, the one that you see all the clips that are on Strauping.
Oh, yeah.
Or do you check up a bit more? And I think I checked up a tiny bit too much today in hindsight, but overall, dude, autopilot-ish. I knew I had to sprint through the on-off, and if you see that, I'm going for it, dude. And I charged the whole way down. I was so happy with my run.
Yeah.
And I was honestly stoked. Obviously I want to win, but I was stoked with second there.
Yeah.
I rode amazing. Ronan had won the World Cup the week before. He's on fire this year. He's riding amazing. And I put down the run I wanted to do. I had those 2 slow bits at the top. But I was stoked, dude. I went as hard as I could. I rode as good as I could. I was so happy with my run. I was stoked with second.
Right. So we've got a direct comparison here. We've got Tasmania, where you said you were one of the lowest you've been, and now you've got Wales, where you're absolutely stoked with
Like
second.
buzzing
What's the
with-
difference?
Because I rode good. I rode, honestly, like, okay, running one Tassie, he was the quickest guy there, but I don't think he did a great run, in my opinion. Only my opinion. He could have even gone way faster. He beat me by 1 point something seconds. And I rode, honestly, like I was half asleep for most of it. Got to the road gap, charged, and pulled half a second back, and I'm in the last jumps, you know? Like, I felt like I rode 85% there because I was like, didn't want to crash. Whereas Hardline, dude, I charged, I put it on the line, I rode great for me. Like, I felt like I rode great. I was super proud of my run, dude. I did amazing. And I just got beaten fair and square. I got beaten by Ronan. He rode way better than me. And he smoked me. Fair play to the guy.
Dude,
you know?
that's so
I was
interesting
stoked.
that it's like the difference is so interesting.
I've never been so happy with the second, honestly. I want to win Hardline. I know I can win it. But I couldn't that day. I just got beaten. There's nothing more to it, dude. He beat me.
Yeah.
But I was stoked with how I rode. And I guess, I was proud of it.
Mate, Hardline's quite something.
Yeah,
isn't
Hardline, dude, it's unreal. Like, where else do you get this? And like, stoked for each other. And Ronan's such a nice guy. And he's young. His career's just coming through now. I'm more at the tail end of mine. So it's unreal, dude. The Red Bull Hardline is an event. What it does for everyone. They take us out on a plane in the week. You have beers with your mates. You ride. It's, I don't really know what to say. It's an incredible event.
Yeah.
It honestly is how I want to see like racing, and like the pinnacle of downhill mountain bike racing going is, for me, Red Bull Hardline.
Mate, that's cool. That's cool to hear. That is.
Yeah, it's sick.
Would you say, so your focus, what percentage is it? Would you say like World Cup, what percentage would you actually say Hardline?
I would say it's the same. Like, it doesn't take anything away from each other. Like, if you can't focus on those two races and stuff, 7 other, you're struggling. So I'd say you're going as hard as you can. Oh yeah, the focus is 110% of both, if I'm honest. But the Hardline numbers, they're doing numbers, on social media, on my YouTube, on their online viewing. I don't know what World Cups are getting, but a Hardline, I can post a clip from a World Cup, or I can post a clip from Hardline, and Hardline one's going to get 10 times the engagement and views. Like, that is where fans, in my opinion, on my social, fans are way, way more excited about that.
Yeah, interesting. How does the approach, let's say Poland. I think Poland from the outside, I was like thinking it wasn't going to be that good, and then it was so good. Like from sofa, I'm like sat on the sofa.
Okay. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah,
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love
Yeah.
on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
So
And
they
on
can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.